Hi, this is JilliBling. Today's project is all about framed scenes, which is an online exclusive bundle that includes the 5 images plus these frames, and there's one other die, and I'll show you that die here in just a minute. And also it includes some new product. So this paper is called Secret Sea, and it's just a little bit deeper than Night of Navy, and it's really pretty. And this paper here is pretty beautiful gallery, and these are just, they're so pretty. I received my pre-order from the annual catalog yesterday, and I already got started playing with stuff, and I just love it. Aren't those nice? Can you see that delicate print? And there's an embossing folder just like that too. So that's not all the prints. So there's either the prints here or here. So either I used them from the pack, and you can see I used quite a bit of the pack. Pretty, pretty stuff. Okay, so let me show you the samples. So to make use of the 6x6 paper, I'm cutting off only 1 inch of it, down at the bottom or at the top. Otherwise, this panel of designer paper is 3 inches, 1 inch, 2 inches. 1 inch. So there's that one. This one might be my favorite, with the little cottage. You see how cute that is? Yeah, really sweet. And then the paper is just beautiful. I'm just thinking that there's roses growing outside the cottage. And you notice I colored the bushes in petal pink, implying that they were flowers. Lots of flowers. But the paper is beautiful. And I have another one using a different paper, but the same cottage. And then a tree house. Just kind of fun with a little swing on it. And this is new ribbon. It is called, I think, Basic Beige Classic Ribbon. And this is in the upcoming mini catalog. And then this stamp here, the paper starts out as cloud cover? And then I used this stamp, which I'll show you on the case. It's kind of hard to see it there. And just stamp the background, full strength, second strength, just to add a little bit of interest to it. And then this one. So all the other prints have a hint of mossy meadow in them. So I colored the trees in mossy meadow. This one has no mossy meadow in it, therefore I went crazy with granny apple green and azure. Isn't that nice? And this one, which is very mossy meadow. Feel better soon. But look how perfectly this stamp goes with the paper. I know it's not exact, but it's very close and just a nice combo. Oh, here's the other cottage one with the other designer paper. Isn't that beautiful? Rest, relax, enjoy. You are loved. And finally, this one. Kind of a ocean dock theme with the lighthouse. The other one, there's no water associated, the other lighthouse, there's no water associated with it. But I just made it look like you're walking out to the beach and assuming that the ocean is back there and putting a lighthouse in. So this could just be an inland meadow, but you could turn it into an ocean scene. Okay, so today I want to do one like this. So I'll set this one off to the side. Put all these over here. When there's a lot of samples, you could tell I was kind of having a lot of fun with it all. Okay, so stamp sets, framed scenes, unbounded love for the words, beautiful motifs, which is a brand new set. And here is where that image came out of, that I put it on cloud cover, the light blue, new color. And then quite a few of them I used this, which can act as a shadow, or just, it kind of fills space, and no matter what color you put it in, it fills space in just the right way, I think. I also did it on one of the, this one. And I did that in Stamp Off Crumb Cake. I wish I could have done it in beige, but my beige ink is busy somewhere. But I think that works fine. It's close to the beige, but then it also is a combo of the beige and the petal pink type color. And Rest, Relax, and Enjoy is for this one here at the bottom. Could you imagine going away to a cottage, bringing all of your Stampin' stuff and going there for a week? Go in, rest, relax, enjoy. You are loved. Okay, and the dies. Oh, here's that one other remaining die that goes with this bundle. The Frame Scenes bundle includes 4 dies. 1, 2, 3, and this one. 4 dies. And it's really reasonably priced too. So just a little wood grain on, little accent. So that bundle is $38.50. Usually bundles are $50 or $60. Okay, here we go. So this is to stamp. Let's just do it. Get it done. Stamp the cottage. Okay. And since I have it out, I'm going to stamp the inside with thinking of you and the outside with hello. Here's the hello. Okay, and then the inside, put that back. The inside is thinking of you. And I'm keeping this designer paper just in place so I can center my words thinking of you right here. Okay, and that side is a little bit heavier than this side, so you have another chance. So flip it over. I did push a bit on that side. You have 2 chances. I guess you have the back side too. Okay, a little bit better. So we're done with that. So I'm going to do petal pink and this little ziggle zaggle, and it's going to be a stamp off because doing it full strength it's just too much. So ink it, stamp off right underneath it. Okay, we're done stamping. How's that? Okay, so we can start assembling, but I'm first going to fold the base paper. So to fold it, it's not hard at all. Fold it in half. Then fold one flat back. That's all that's to it. See, it's a fancy fold now. Okay, what else do we have here? That's for ovals. We could do some die cutting since I have these right here. There should be 3 pieces because we have 3 dies. Oh, so the center of the frame, the larger die and the smaller one perfectly fit inside of it. But rather than cutting them together, which I could do, but a few times my die has moved and shifted a little bit and put kind of a dent into the other die. Therefore, I'm going to do these two first. Okay, so I have the basic beige small oval and the pop out, and then now I'll do this larger oval, and there's the frame. Okay, we're set. So when you're doing the frame die, I know that you won't do this, but I did it 2 times, therefore I'll mention it. When you cut out the frame, it's so wedged into the die that it's like, oh, there's nothing there, and I went to cut another paper. The paper was wedged up into here, and I ran it through 3 times, couldn't figure out, why am I not getting a good cut? Then when I flipped it over, it's like, oh, I have another paper in there. I know you wouldn't do that, but because I did it a few times, I'll give you a warning. Okay, so let's get to decorating our card. This goes on here. Isn't that side pretty too? It's kind of a blend between soft seafoam and mossy meadow. See, that would be a nice color. We just got new colors. I have them right here. I'll show you the new colors. So I already used some of the Secret Sea. This is Cloud Cover, Strawberry Slush, Darling Duckling, and Timid Tiger. Pretty, huh? Okay, so to put this on, put glue on this side, glue on this side, right up next to the edge. Not too much, because I don't want to deal with spillage. Then this goes on just like that. And the paper cut sizes and all the products used are in the video description. Okay, just how it should. And these can attach. That's the one that came out too heavy. I pushed too hard over there. But it's going to be covered up by the designer paper. Oh, that's another thing, is the designer paper that goes on the inside. There's 2 different places you could put it. This time I'm choosing to put it here on the outside. And right here it looks a little funny, but once you get all the panels together, it's just really nice. So I put the designer paper on this side just because when the card is closed, it has a very complete look. Opposed to, see, I think this is a better look. The words are here, but when you open this one, see how it's very continuous? So it's just whatever look you like. And I would say choose words that fit on this panel, but if you don't, it's okay to stamp into the designer paper. It still works just fine. You know what? This is gray granite stamped off. That's a good alternate to basic beige. That I think looks better than the crumb cake. They still both look good though. Okay, so put the designer paper on. I think I prefer it being on the outside edge. It's right here. Okay, then this goes on the inside of the card. You saw it was just working. this on the inside. So this paper is 6 by 6, and here's a 3-inch panel, 2-inch panel. I'll put the 1-inch panel right here. And this one doesn't have a layering mat underneath it, so when it's positioned, it's the same size as the white paper. Looking good. So here's the frame, which will go on here, but I want to do the tie of the jute, and this is in copper clay, which is the color of the chimney. So to do that, and that's just creating interest. So on the others, this one I did the copper clay jute. This one nothing. This one nothing. I was thinking about doing a blue navy bow. You could kind of tell the difference in colors, but it just didn't seem to go anywhere. So no bow. This one has the new ribbon on it in the corner, and I think that works just fine. This one has some old seam binding tied with linen thread, just for a little interest. And this one has quite a bit of ribbon, and this came in a pack, and it's azure, the color of the water, and I have like 4 rolls of it. This is the first time I've opened it, but I think it works well in this case. Or you could put embellishments on it too, like some bling. Okay, so to tie the jute, just choose a corner. I'm choosing this one. And tying knots sometimes can be a little tricky. Doesn't have to be. I'm cutting off just as much as I think I'll need. I'll end up trimming it. And a knot. And another knot. And I could see that it loosened up a little, but that's okay, because I'll have dimensionals underneath it. And I'm going to do it 3 times. So you might be inclined to try to tie the knot right up next to that other one, but chances are it's going to be loose again, and I could just shift it, and at least I have the luxury of a little space right here when I'm tying the jute knot. And if you do it from the same direction, hopefully each of your knots are going the same. This one is going this way, this one is opposite. So much for that theory. Okay, so this one's up and down, this one's going that way. Yeah, kind of all over the place. Otherwise, it's a perfect little cottage. It's grandma in there doing crafts. Okay, so get them all close together. And I'll trim it once I get it on the card front. So because the jute has some thickness, I'm going to attach the frame using dimensionals. And you can use large regular size dimensionals in the corners, but if you want any in the midpoint, you need small dimensionals. I guess you could struggle to get a regular size on there, but it's just easier to use small. And you probably will want to put at least 1 dimensional midpoint, just because from the die, can you see how this is? The word flimsy isn't right. This paper is well loved and it's very flexible, too flexible. So if we use dimensionals, it kind of supports it. And when you buy a package of dimensionals, if you buy minis, you get double the amount. So there, that's not that excessive, right? So this will go here. I'm looking at how the bottom of the frame, the bottom corner is hitting the petal pink border, the layer. And that's where it goes. Okay. Now it's time to trim up all of this business. A little crazy. That's how my hair's been lately. A little crazy. Actually, that's kind of really crazy. Okay, once a cottage is in there, it'll be better. Okay, so these two pieces get attached to each other. Right in the middle. Right in the middle. I'm looking at the top amount of designer paper showing to the bottom. And side to side, there it is. Okay, so for the cottage, let's get to coloring this thing. And because it's so small, there isn't much blending. So I'll start with the roof in pecan pie. And then because the designer paper has a lot of mossy meadow, that's why I use the base paper as mossy meadow. Therefore, my trees will be mossy meadow. Little shutters. It's a really cute. And this rail. See how that tip is. It's good. When you have new markers, that tip is good. Then I'm just doing some shadows. And you can see I'm not taking really much time to blend, just because it's so tiny. Okay, done with those. Let's do the trees. Mossy meadow. So I'll start out with, you see how this end is? Yeah, not good. Start out with mossy meadow light. That designer paper is just so pretty. And I love the back sides of it too. It's very different than the front side. But if you like scenes, you'll love it. If you like that intricate, delicate little design, you'll love it. And it's hard to use the 6x6 paper that's so pretty, because it's hard to throw any of it away. Could you imagine if you just used a strip and the rest of the strip was kind of meh? It's hard to throw it away. I guess you could use the back side then. Okay, so Mossy Meadow Dark, just wherever the person who designed this stamp set, they put shadows, I'm just going over the shadows with Mossy Meadow Dark. Okay, we're done with that. See, Petal Pink, let's do that. That is the bushes that are just all blooming with pretty white pink flowers. The azaleas. Then Petal Pink Dark, just to put some shadows. Once again, following the artist idea where those go. And how about trees? Those are in olive. I think olive and mossy go together really well. Oh, there's a trunk down there. I'll get that in the pecan pie. So everything in olive light. Then just a few details in olive dark. Let's get that little, see the tree trunk on the bottom of this one? Let's get that in pecan pie. So the grass I'll put in, how about olive light? Oop, other side. Got to be strong. I'll put a few dots up into the petal pink flowery bushes, just so I could say, yes, it's a plant. And down through the walkway. The walkway I'm going to do in crumb cake, the path. Okay. Just a little bit of detail in Mossy Meadow Dark, just for a little interest. Okay, we're running out of colors. We must be getting it. Cajun Craze is for the chimney, and I'm just doing the brick part, not the top, the flue. Okay. So Smoky Slate is going to be for the house details and shadows. So this little corner stones showing underneath the window. Maybe under this eave, the front, because that's a front porch. Because Smoky Slate Light is so light, I could take time to blend it, but let's see how it looks when it dries. Then Crumb Cake Light and Dark for the foundation rocks. And at this point I'm just coloring them all crumb cake light, leaving the stairs nothing, and then these little stepping stones are crumb cake light. Then Crumb Cake Dark just to put some shadows on some of the bigger rocks. You can tell how precise I'm being. And then to fill in between these walking stones, implying that that's dirt. It's the pathway. It's decomposed granite. Okay, so we're colored. What do you think? So now I'm going to cut it out, and yes, it's fussy cut. I have it ready to roll. So to attach this, I'm going to use mini dimensionals, 4 of them at the top, and then I'll use liquid glue, maybe, at the bottom to attach it to the ovals. Maybe one more over here. Okay, liquid glue, time to work. Nice. And I'm doing a thin layer just because I don't want to sit there and wait for it to dry. It'll dry quickly if it's a thin layer. Right about here, right in the middle. So the chimney is in the middle. Then hold that down. And I think that's it. So the annual catalog is coming out. If you've ordered from me recently, like 50 bucks or more, I have a catalog being sent to you. And if you don't have a catalog, feel free to reach out to me. There's contact information on JilliBling.com. Oh, and there'll be photos of all these too. If you want to copy this, you can go to my blog, and there's photos of each of the projects inside and out. So there it is. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye.